How do you design the solutions for your process improvements? Let's find out. Welcome back to this summer series. We are now on part 5 of 8 in this series on how to streamline your processes. So far, we've looked at our processes and identified the highest priority opportunities for improvement. And today, we're going to design the solutions. Hi, I'm Rebecca, a business operations advisor helping busy business owners get time back without working more. So let's get into it. How do you design solutions? Well, first off, what do I mean about solutions? Well, I mean anything that will facilitate the desired outcome. So it might be providing data at a certain point in the process. It might be shifting people's perceptions about something. It might be adding tools for communication. It might be automating. How do you figure it out? You need to know what behaviours you want to drive. Behaviours are people's reactions to the given circumstances. What do people do at any point in the process? Changing what people do will address the outcomes or the outputs that we want in the if-then statements that we developed last week. And in my experience, there are 3 drivers of behaviours: perception, decision, and action. These are the root causes of the challenges we're facing. A perception issue is when people don't understand, they aren't clear, they don't have context, they don't know what good looks like. A decision issue is when people can't make the right choice. Maybe they don't have the right information. Maybe they can't interpret that information correctly. And an action challenge is when they don't have the right tools. They aren't aided as well as they could be. So think automation, workflow redesign, instructions, tech. So let's look at our example to show you how to do this practically. So let's remind ourselves of the if-then hypothesis from the dental website company from last time. So go back to the previous newsletters if you need help to get to this point. So we had, if we responded faster to emails and booked more calls, then we would win a higher volume of jobs. If the sales team cancelled fewer calls, then we would win a higher volume of jobs. If the sales team didn't spend time on unqualified sales calls, then they could spend more time on value-added activities. So this is where we dig into why the if part. What isn't happening that needs to happen? So if we responded to emails faster, let's talk about that with the people doing it. It could be perception. They don't know it's important. They deprioritize it against other work. They only check the inbox once a week. They don't see it as their job, maybe. Maybe it's been dumped on them. Or it could be a decision problem. They leave emails that they don't know how to respond to. Maybe there's 2 of them and they're not clear about the division of who does what. Or it could be action. There's only one computer that can log into the inbox, so they need to wait until it's free. Bit of a stretch, but maybe that's the problem. Or they don't know how to use the platform. Again, bit of a stretch, but that could be the problem. So let's say once you actually discuss it, the reason is the team doesn't understand why they are setting the calls and what responsibility each of them have. Perception and decision problems. So once you know what the root causes are, note them down under the perception, decision, and/or action. Do this for each one. So let's say the root causes of the sales team cancelling calls is perception. Sales team thought that the calls just got moved to another salesperson when they cancelled them. And action. The inbox monitor people can't see the sales team's calendar, so they're just guessing when to schedule the calls. Obviously, high chance they're going to clash with something else. Okay, let's design the solutions. So 99% of the time, just working out the root cause designs the solution itself. For our inbox monitors, it seems pretty obvious. We need to reset the context of why they monitor that inbox, ensure it is a clear part of their job role, and ensure it's clear who is responsible for what. For cancelling the sales calls or not cancelling the sales calls, perhaps it's giving access to the calendar of the salespeople and setting up a protocol for rescheduling. Keep it simple. It's more than likely that tweaks will be needed, so keeping it simple will leave room for manoeuvring. It's as easy as that. As soon as you know what's driving the behaviour that needs adjusted, you can just adjust them. So that's it. We've optimised our processes. In the remaining issues in this series, we'll cover how to track progress and make sure you've actually moved forward, how to document your shiny new processes, and how to get your team to stay on board with the changes. See you next Thursday.